Good day everyone. Today my friends and I will present about financial status of Petroleum National Berhad, Petronas. Group members are myself, Ashwini Priya, daughter of Supaya, Udaya Tanigasalam, Darshini Devi, Esther Masegaran. Background of the company. Petronas is an acronym for Petroleum National Berhad. It was established in 17 August 1974 as the national oil company for Malaysia. As the custodian for Malaysia's national oil and gas resources, they explore, produce and deliver energy to meet society's growing needs. The growing demand for energy inspires and strengthens their purpose to steadily drive for new solutions and pushes boundaries towards a sustainable energy future. They apply innovative approaches to technology which help them unlock and maximize energy sources from even the most remote and difficult environments. Their fully integrated value chain span from exploration to marketing, logistic to technological infrastructures with operation in over 50 countries around the world. Petronas is doing its business with the major strategy of integration, adding value and globalization. Their major facts of businesses integration are exploration and production, oil, gas, petrochemicals, logistics and maritime research and technologies, and corporate sustainability. Petronas mission, vision and values. Vision, a leading oil and gas multinational of choices. Mission, their mission is their business entity. Oil and gas is their core business and add value to their resources. They also contribute to the well-being of the society. Values, their values are aimed in their cultures as the backbone of their business conduct, reflecting their sense of duty and responsibility in upholding their commitments towards contributing to the well-being of peoples and nations wherever they operate. A. Loyalty, loyal to cooperation. B. Integrity, honest and upright. C. Professionalism, strive for excellence. D. Cohesiveness, unite, trust and respect for each other. Founder of Petronas, Tan Sri Tengku Razaleigh Hamzah, born 13 April 1937, is a Malaysian elder statesman and a major political figure from the state of Kelantan. He is dubbed the father of Malaysia's economy for playing a pivotal role in establishing and implementing key foundations and policies in Malaysia's economy. He is fondly known as Coolie. He was the Minister of Finance 1976 until 1984, Minister of International Trade and Industry 1984 until 1987, the former Chairman of the World Bank and IMF, former Chairman of Asian Development Bank, former Chairman of Islamic Development Bank, and the founding Chairman and Chief Executive of Malaysian oil company Petronas. He is now the longest serving Member of Parliament in Malaysia. Followed by Board of Director, Tan Sri Dato Sri Mohammad Bak Saleh, Chairman, Non-Independent Non-Executive Director, Chairman. Secondly, YM Tan Sri Tengku Muhammad Taufik, Tengku Kamar Jaja Aziz, President and Group Chief Executive Officer, Executive Director. Followed by Azizan Zakaria, Chairman of Audit Committee, Acting Chairman of Risk Committee, Member of Nomination and Remuneration Committee, Independent Non-Executive Director. Lastly, Tan Sri Zahara Ibrahim, Chairman of Nomination and Remuneration Committee, Member of Audit Committee, Member of Risk Committee, Independent Non-Executive Director.
Main business of Petronas. Petronas has come a long way from managing the work of foreign production sharing contraction. We have involved our own upstream capabilities and venture into the entire spectrum of downstream activities to add value to our petroleum resources. With our strategy of integration, adding value, and globalization, Petronas continue to deliver excellent towards realizing our vision of becoming a leading oil and gas multinational of choice. Our business strategy to drive long-term corporate growth and profitability mandates a holistic approach in responsibility managing the health, safety, and environment. The company takes proactive steps through product stewardship, commitment, or to continuous cooperate with the global regulatory requirement and communicating safe management of our product with our stakeholders. Let's see about financial status of the year 2023. The company's primary revenue sources in 2023: gas processing services 1778.2 million, slightly increased from 1746.8 million in year 2022. Gas transportation services slightly declined from 1162.4 million in 2022. Regasification services 1327.7 million in the year 2023, but decreased from 1391.1 million in 2022. For the utilities, 2170.8 million, significant increase from 1832.5 million in 2022. LNG ancillary services, 24.6 million, increased from 21 million in the year 2022. Total revenue grew from 6160.2 million in the year 2022 to 6445.4 million in 2023, driven mainly by growth in the utility segment, while gas transportation and regasification services saw slight declines. The company's significant costs in 2023. Revenue costs increased by 9% from 3812.5 million in the year 2022 to 4158.4 million due to higher operational activities and demand. Amortization and depreciation grew from 1035.5 million in the year 2022 to 1141.4 million, reflecting more capital investments. Employee expenses increased from 372.2 million in 2022 to 441.4 million, driven by higher staffing and inflation. Cost of financing decreased from 178.4 million in 2022 to 126.8 million, indicating improved financial management. Losses of impairment dropped significantly from 9.1 million in 2022 to 1.2 million. Overall, most costs rose due to higher operational demand and inflation, while financing costs and impairment losses decreased. Gross margin and operating margin. Petronas gross margin of 35.5% and operating margin is 35.3% are very strong, reflecting efficient cost management and profitability. Compared to industry benchmarks, Petronas performs well, as the energy and utilities sector typically has a gross margin range of 30 to 40% and operating margin range of 25 to 35%. Key factors contributing to these margins include long-term contract, regulated tariff, economics of scales, cost optimization efforts, and high margin contribution from gas processing and utilities. These margins highlight Petronas effectively control over costs and its strong position in the industry. Petronas' net income has fluctuated as follows. In the year 2021, 1824700, 2022, 1758468, decreased 3.6% from 2021. In the year 2023, 1901039. is increased 8.1% from 2022. Key drivers of change, positive factors. Utility revenue growth. A significant 18.4% increase in utility services driven by higher demand from steam, electricity, and industrial gases. Joint ventures. Strong profit contribution from joint ventures boosts net income. Operational optimization. Despite raising operational costs, Petronas improved margin through cost management. Now let's see about the negative factors. Rising costs. Increased inflation, maintenance, and fuel costs lead to a 9.1% rise in operational expenses. Regasification declined. A small drop in regasification revenue due to decreased demand or pricing adjustments. Economic uncertainty. Fluctuating energy prices and global economic challenges impacted some areas. Overall net income improved in 2023 due to a strong performance in utilities and joint ventures, despite some cost pressure and challenges in regasifications. Petronas asset management is strong. ROA 9.8% indicating efficient use of asset to generate profit. ROE 13.8% reflecting higher profitability for shareholders. Asset turnover 0.33% typical for capital intensive sectors. To improve Petronas could enhance asset turnover by optimization current facilities, investing in energy efficiency technologies, and exploring high margin sector like renewable energy.
Petronas asset management is strong. ROA is 9.8%, indicating efficient use of asset to generate profit. Second is ROE 13.8%, reflecting high profitability for shareholders. Asset turnover 0.33, typical for capital intensive sectors. To improve this, Petronas could enhance asset turnover by optimizing current facilities, investing in energy efficiency technologies, and exploring high margin sectors like renewable energy. Petronas has a moderate financial leverage, debt-to-equity ratio 0.40, lower than the industry average of 0.51, indicating conservative use of debt. Debt-to-debt asset ratio is 0.28, below the typical range of 0.3 until 0.5, reflecting strong equity-based financing. This conservative leverage reduces financial risk, provides flexibility for future investment, but may limit potential returns during favorable economic conditions. In 2023, Petronas net income is RM 1901.0 million, was lower than its cash flow from operations, about 3005.1 million, due to non-cash adjustment, for example depreciation, changes in working capital, taxes and interest payments, and none other cash items. Cash flow provides a clearer picture of liquidity and the ability to generate cash from core operations, while net income reflects the profitability. Next, Petronas has strong short-term liquidity with a current ratio of 1.89 and a quick ratio of 1.87. These ratios indicate that the company can easily meet its short-term obligations as it has sufficient liquid asset to cover its liabilities. Both ratios are slightly above industry norms, current ratio of 1.5 until 2 and quick ratio of 1.2 until 1.8, showing that the excellent liquidity management. While high liquidity is positive, it may also suggest that Petronas could potentially reinvest excess fund for growth or return capital for shareholders. Petronas has a low debt to equity ratio of 0.40 and a strong equity to liability ratio of 2.51, indicating minimal reliance on debt and a solid financial structure. This cautious use of debt reduces financial risk, making the company less vulnerable to interest rate changes and economic downturns. While its low debt limits potential returns on equity, it provides flexibility to take on more debt for future growth without compromising financial stability. Okay, potential concern for Petronas include rising costs, 9% increase in cost of revenue, high depreciation from large asset investment, reliance on related party transactions with governance risk, possibility liquidity issues from credit management, and operational risks tied to market changes and regulatory shifts. These factors may impact the company's future financial health and performance. Petronas Gas Berhad outperforms Gas Malaysia Berhad in profitability and liquidity, with a higher net profit margin 29.5% versus 9.5%, and stronger short-term liquidity. Current ratio is 1.5 versus 0.9. However, GMB is more efficient in asset utilization with a higher asset turnover ratio 1.18 versus 0.34, and a stronger return on equity 15.6% versus 8.2%. PGB's strength lies in stability and profitability, while GMB excels in the efficiency and the capital utilization. Okay, my recommendation will be first for investors. PGB appears undervalued, offering a potential investment opportunity, but cost management and dividend sustainability should be monitored as expenses rise. Then for leaders, PGB has strong liquidity and financial management, but gender should assess risk from rising costs and related party agreements. Third, for suppliers should negotiate favorable items terms, but be aware of potential cost-cutting measures. Next, for regulators, ensure transparency in related party transactions. Lastly, for employees, PGB offers growth opportunities but may face tighter efficiency metrics due to rising costs. Based on the conclusion, I want to conclude is Petronas Gas Berhad shows strong profitability, solid liquidity, and effective cost management, especially in high margin services like gas processing and utilities. However, rising costs, depreciation, and regulatory risks are concerned. PGB is undervalued, making it an attractive investment. Tough cost management remains crucial. Lenders can be confident in its financial stability, while suppliers and employees should stay mindful of potential cost-cutting measures. Overall, PGB is well positioned but must manage rising costs and external challenges to maintain the growth. Thank you so much, and that's all from us.